We will guide you how to install the FreeBSD under VMware Workstation. We are about also to show you how to use the VMware Workstation to put the most essential basic configuration that you will need. Notice, if you have a hardware, like a normal computer that you don't really care about the data with one disk, you can also try this one with the physical CD. So let's begin. First we have to create a new machine. And then I take the next option at the typical recommended. And instead of taking the CD, you can take the ISO image. Let's browse one. Here we have FreeBSD 8.1 release. And let's open it up. And we wait for the system. My computer ain't that fast as I would like it to be. Oh, crap. I wonder what's going on behind Windows 7. Okay, now I can go forward. So simply take next, and here you can put the name of the virtual machine that you're creating. I select to keep the name FreeBSD. Here you can put the location where you would like to put the image of the VMware Workstation. I'm pretty happy with this. I continue with next. So here is the disk capacity I can change here. I can increase or decrease it. Well, let's keep 8 GB now when it's our first laboratory here. So we store it as a virtual disk, as a single file, that's fine. Continue with next. Here we have something we need to change though. As you can see, virtual customize hardware. The reason for this is that, first of all, you can increase or decrease memory. I recommend 256 megabyte of virtual memory. This is the emulation of the RAM memory it will use, or how much RAM it will cover in the emulation, I mean. So we're pretty happy with this. We can increase to 512 if we want. So this is more important now, the network option here. Make sure that you select bridged connection directly for the physical network. If you don't, it will use the Windows connection as like the host IP address you can see in the default one. This makes sure that your VMware Workstation will be like a physical computer in the network instead of sharing the same IP as your Windows or Linux, depending on where you have your VMware installed on. Okay. Then you take finish. This power on the virtual machine. And we are getting the boot screen up. Finally. Here you just press return or let the time counter goes out. And we begin. Since we're going to make a very simple installation of this, we are not going to cover any deeper knowledge of the file system. So I presume that we are using one disk, that you don't care about the data, and we can erase the whole disk right now. Okay, first of all, select your country. In my case, it's Sweden. Cold Sweden during winter. Here it is. So then it automatically puts that I can get my Swedish ISO. This is the key map, so I will get the correct key layout on my keyboard. And here we take the standard option. So we continue here also. We are going to make our first slice. This is very different in FreeBSD compared to Linux systems. We will also cover this later in tutorials. Just press the A key to use the entire disk and press the Q button. And here we have two options of what boot manager we want. Make sure that you have the standard boot manager for this case of installation. The boot manager, that one is made if we have multiple operating systems, for example. Take this one, the standard. And then we're going to make the partition inside of the slice. Okay, to make it simple here, just press the A button and we get an automatic partitioning. Press Q. And now go down to all. because we want all the sources and binaries. Here, take no, because this is the port collection. We will speak about it later, but we can download it freshly instead of putting one that is from the CD. And now we press exit. And we select which source we would like to install it from, so it's CD, DVD in this case. Okay, last chance, are you sure you want to continue to installation? Yes, we want, because this is telling us that if we continue, it will erase all the data. Yep. And there it goes. So we just took a pause between the installation and now it's finished. You will get the same result as you wait for the installer. So the system is congratulating us to have been installing the FreeBSD. Okay, let's continue with some configuration. First, the network configuration. Here we select yes. And the first network card, in this case the EM0, the Intel in my case. And I do not want to have IPv6 yet, so no, but I have a dynamic host configuration protocol server to share IPs, to bring IP to machine, so I'd select yes in my case. So now it scans. And we got an IP address here. The host name is the host name of my computer. I select laptop in this case. And continue forward. And I press OK. And I do not want this machine to function as a gateway. I don't want this either. I would like to have the SSH login. It's very nice. We will cover more about that later, but take yes here, it's very good. It's for remote login, encrypted ones. And I don't want FTP access either, so no. I don't want to have an NFS. Nope on that also. I don't want to configure console settings. Yes, we can select the time zone. And I select no here. I select in my case is Europe and it was Sweden. So set your time zone. Yep. I have a mouse also. So now we configure the mouse by selecting yes. And I have to enable the mouse. And now I should get the cursor moving. As you can see, I can see it moving, yes. And then we take exit. And now it asks if we want to check a bit in the package collection, but I don't want it right now. If we want to add user accounts, we select yes, but I want to have my root only in the start. So no, you must set the password for the root account, and the root account is the administrator, the power user of the computer. In this case, since this is only a lab, I put the blank password. And then we select no here, because we are finished. And then we select exit installation. Yes, we want to exit and reboot. So, this was the simple installation of the FreeBSD. As you will see now, the system will restart and we will get our FreeBSD running and we would be able to log in. So let's see if we succeeded correctly. And remember, of course, if it should be a network machine that is for serious use, never put any blank root password. That's completely forbidden. But since this is a elaboration, we keep it blank. And we are about to log in. Root and no password for this. Yay, we succeeded. Congratulations. So further, you will get more tutorials that cover more deeper knowledge of the installation, But this is the absolute simplest installation if you're just going to install the system right away. So check out for more tutorials in future.